Greetings. We're today with Paul Pixley at the Pixley Lumber Company in Claremore. We're going to be talking to him about his family and how they came to Claremore and find out a little bit about the lumber business. My name's Larry Larkin. John Little's behind the camera. And of course, this is Paul Pixley. Paul, thank you for letting us come up today.
More than happy to visit with you.
Tell us a little bit about, I understand you was not born in Claremore. You're not a native Claremorean. Claremorean, I guess it is.
Yeah, we can say that, can't
we can. But you've been here long enough that you call Claremore home.
Very
so
much.
Tell us about your family, please.
Okay. My parents were both born in Pawhuska, and they were married in 1949.
And their names, Warren?
Yeah, Francis Warren Pixley. He went by Warren.
Okay.
And I think he didn't like Francis because there was a character, Francis the Mule. And,
there was.
and so.
The talking mule.
Yeah, and then my mother was Patricia Ann, and her maiden name was Humphrey. Both born in Pawhuska, raised in Pawhuska, graduated Pawhuska High School. And my father went 1 year to Oklahoma A&M, played freshman football, and then joined the Navy officer training program called the V-12 officer training.
About what year was this? During the war?
He graduated from high school in 1942. Pearl Harbor happened during his senior year.
Just happened, yes.
Yeah, and so in 1942 he was contemplating going into the service, and in fact was standing in line at a recruiting station when he got a call from Coach Jim Lookabaugh at Oklahoma A&M. And it said he had one scholarship left, so my father went to Oklahoma A&M his freshman year, played freshman football. Then in 1943, he joined the U.S. Navy Reserve and went to North Texas Agriculture College, now University of Texas Arlington, in the V-12 program, officer training for the Navy.
Now, were your parents married at this time?
No, they weren't.
Okay.
They didn't marry till 1949.
After the war?
Yes. And so he was at North Texas Agriculture College for a year, then went to midshipman school in Chicago, and then officer training school in Hollywood Beach, Florida, and then finished training at Asbury Park, New Jersey. He didn't go on board a ship until 4th of July, 1945.
45.
And he joined his ship, the USS Shelter, AM 301 was its number. And he joined the ship in the Pacific, and their responsibilities really came into being after the war was over, because it was a mine sweeper. Okay. And so they swept mines around the Philippines and the shipping lanes and harbors to get things cleaned up a little bit. He didn't actually get out of the Navy until June of 1946, and then he re-enrolled at Oklahoma A&M. At that point, it would have been his junior year, because he got college credit when he was at North Texas Agriculture College. So graduated from Oklahoma A&M in 1948, went to work for a company called Long Bell Lumber Company, and was in Nowata when he and my mother were married.
Okay.
And then.
But they knew each other from high school.
From high school, yeah.
Okay. So they corresponded during.
Their birthdays were 27 months apart.
Okay.
But my mother skipped a grade, and my father was held back a grade. He was held back because he had typhoid and missed 3 months of school.
Wow.
So he was way behind. So they ended up graduating 1 year apart, although they were over 2 years apart in age. So anyway, we lived they lived in Nowata, and then he was transferred to Eufaula. Eufaula did not have a hospital at that time, so I was born in McAllister.